What's happening? Welcome to another Cannabis Critique. Today, we are talking about a new drop from Legacy Cannabis, Purple Cherry Ripple #1. But before we get into the breakdown, gotta give a big shout out to all of our Patreon supporters. Huge shout out to Tim, the 2A Van Man, Baker Man, and Scott the Bartender, our dank dudes. And shout out to Markeisha, our high achiever, over on the Patreon page. Now let's break down Legacy's Purple Cherry Ripple #1. I believe they went pheno hunting pretty hard on this strain. There's like 4 or 5 different varieties at my local dispensary, but this is #1. Tested in at 29% THC, and it's a cross of wedding cake and purple cherry cookies. The look on this stuff was just kind of okay to me. Very, very small nugs, and these were those nugs that are just rock hard. Very hard to break down with your fingertips, but they were solid green in color and did have a very nice sparkle if you got some light to them. But to the naked eye, these ones just look like average run-of-the-mill bud. I gave it 8.7 out of 10 in the looks category. The smell here was pretty nuanced and layered. It's definitely in that like woodsy type of earthiness exploding from the package initially. And then you do get a little bit of like fruity notes in the back end. I described it as kind of like earthy and sour. It's almost like they took some leaves and covered them in like citric acid and sugar or something. It kind of has that type of vibe to it. Smells kind of a little bit like candy, but mostly like dirt. 8.2 out of 10 for the smell. Breakup here, I did want to mention this stuff did have a slight stickiness to it. Whenever you broke it up by hand, your fingertips were sticky. Not something you experience a lot from the Illinois market. So I gave him some extra points there, 9.2 out of 10 in the breakup category. Taste here echoed that smell. Very, very earthy, but this stuff was extremely, extremely harsh to me. I know some people are like bud that's harsh because that's like proves that it's strong or something like that, but this stuff just made me cough so hard every time I smoked it. 7.7 out of 10. I took off quite a bit of points just for the pain factor here and the fact that this one was just earthy. It's not really that exciting. The high on this stuff is where it shines the most, in my opinion. It's a very energetic, clear-headed high at lower doses. They claim that this one has a lot of mood boost properties. I'm not sure if I experienced that or not, but definitely is very, very energetic at a lower dose. And then at the higher doses, this stuff flips on you, and it becomes really quite potent, and you get a lot of relaxation from it as well. So be careful with that. This stuff, like I said, has a lot of different effects that you can achieve depending upon your dosage from it. So 9.3 out of 10 in the high category. Overall, I describe this Purple Cherry Ripple #1 as pretty good. I mean, despite the harshness here, I did quite enjoy the high. I liked how you could achieve different effects with different dosages here, and I enjoyed that slight fruity flavor I got from this as well. So 8.6 out of 10 overall for the Purple Cherry Ripple #1. And if you made it this far into the video, why not talk about the big Illinois Cannabis Conference over the weekend in Carbondale? I attended that event. It was awesome. I got to run into a bunch of industry people again. I was actually worked the event for a little while. I was working with Legacy for a little while and handing out free dabs. I actually had some dabs of this Purple Cherry Ripple. We also had the LSD, the Triple X, and the Root Beer Mac. I was handing out free joints, free dabs. It was an awesome, awesome, fun event, open consumption. There were educational speakers there. So, I mean, you guys really got to keep your eyes peeled for these Illinois News Joint events. They're awesome to attend. You get a lot of free samples, and a lot of open consumption, which is a very cool thing to do since most of us potheads have been like stuck in a closet for years trying to hide that we enjoy this plant. Now with these type of events, you can mingle with other like-minded individuals. It's very, very fun. So check out these events. I know that they've got more planned in the future. Not anything immediately right now, but if they do come up, I will be sure to tell you guys all about it. And if you enjoyed this cannabis critique, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more.